Hello everybody, so today I'm gonna be doing a simple design and I'm just gonna start with this is a small, I believe it's a 6x6 or 5x5 canvas gallery style. It's a small one. So I'm just going to apply some color. I have two colors right here. And there's the red and magenta. Hopefully you guys get to see it. I'm not applying a lot of color because I don't want to completely erase the white background. So I'm just adding a little bit of the purple. Well, it's kind of like a purple. It's magenta, but it's not really purple. So I'm overlapping the colors. And I'm going in a very light motion because I want the background to show a little bit. So some areas can be covered, but some areas can just be with more color. Adding a little bit of water to the brush so it can slide easier and just add more color. Very light touch. It's kind of like a dry brush technique, so that means the brush is not completely full with paint, and just a little bit of water so the paint can actually slide with ease. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a background so I can add a design. I'm just making it a little bit darker in some areas. The lighting really doesn't help. What I'm trying to do is achieve a nice, an interesting background, just something that is not so boring. And you can see the color variations. I like the white showing through, so I'm not covering everything completely. Maybe I'll do something here later, but this is the beginning. This is just the background. And I can dry it with hair dryer, or I can just put it aside because I already have one that I created earlier and it's already dry. So that way I don't have to use a hair dryer right now. So it's better if I don't use it because it's just kind of noisy. So this one is already done. I'm gonna use this shape. It's a little heart shape. And I'm just gonna place it here so I can just have a shape to go by. This can be done freehand, but since I want it right in the center, I think it's just easier to have kind of like an outline and just to give me an idea where the shape is going to be. And I'm actually going to shrink it a little bit because if I want to do little flowers and stuff, this is too close to the edges. So I'm just going to shrink it. I'm just using a piece of chalk and I'm just going, I already marked the design pretty much what I wanted, so I'm just going to go inside the lines. And hearts sometimes are tricky to do freehand. I want it right in the middle, so that's the shape. Maybe too low, but we'll see. I'm gonna start adding some colors to my plate. I already have the pink and the white, which I'm gonna be blending to create small flowers on the side, but I'm gonna start with this side, which I want something like maybe green. No, I'm gonna use this nice turquoise color with a little bit of white, and also let me get another color because I forgot the other color. This is another blue. I just need to open the bottle. I haven't used this color in a while, so I need to it up. Has a little dry paint on inside here. Let's see if I got it. So this is gonna be just to add some interest to the heart right here. I'm going to use a flat brush. This one is number 8, a small brush. You can also use like a liner brush, but I'm just gonna kind of do some little, not leaves, just like making it look like, I want to say like feathers, or you'll see. It's easier when you see it. So I'm gonna apply 2 colors. Let's see how that works. Maybe just like this. I'm going to make them a little bit long here, just so I can make it a little bit more closer, not closer to the top, but a little bit much bigger than what I mark here. So I'm just following the shape of the heart, and this is just the first color, so I don't want to cover all of the area. I'm just wanna give me an idea where I want this to, the pattern. And I'm gonna add the other color also, so I need to leave some empty spots. So that's the beginning. And I'm double loading the brush, so it has 2 colors, so it gives it more of an interesting look. Instead of just one color at the time, we can add 2 colors. Something like that. I'm gonna clean the brush here on the napkin, and I'm just gonna add the blue, the darker blue color, with now the lighter blue. And let's see what I get now. The main thing is not to completely delete the other color that I just applied. I just add into it. So this is adding like a shadow effect. And I can add a little bit of white also, just to light it up. Want to keep it a little bit more open, and the white color is gonna make it look a little more airy. So let's do this one again. I don't have enough of the white, so the white I want to show some of the white. It's blending too much. Let's see. All I'm doing is playing with the color. I don't know how it's gonna look, so I just wanna play with the color and see what I get. I think that looks pretty good so far. I'm not going all the way crossing this line, because I want that little area to stay open so I can add the pattern that I want. Let's see, I need to get another brush, and it has to be a brush that is kind of small that I can use over here. So let me find one that's gonna work. I don't know where I put my other brush. Let's see. So I'm using a flat one. It's number 9. So it's gonna create some little flowers on the side. Since it's gonna be Valentine's, I'm kind of going by that. So I'm gonna use this color over here. And sometimes I do like the green first, and sometimes I start just with the flowers. This time I think I'm gonna start with the flowers, because the background, I think the flowers will look better, because I'm gonna go with the green around them. So this is a little peach color here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of floating medium. Oh, hold on, it's not coming up. Oh, there you go. So the colors can slide a little bit, and I'm only using a little bit of the floating medium, so I just have enough so I can blend the colors. This is a very light color, so I want to see how it's gonna look against the background. Let's see. Okay. I'm thinking to do a couple of roses. So they're gonna be small roses. Let me see how this is gonna work. I just need to see how I'm gonna face them. Maybe I can start maybe here with the first one. And this color is very light color, so I might need to add some darker pink. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just playing with the design and playing with the color. I'm just looking to see what I get. So small roses always look good. And tiny one. I don't know if you can see it because the light doesn't really help. But that's the beginning. It can be something simple like that, or we can add another little petal somewhere here to make it more open, and it will continue to grow. It makes it a little bit more open. I like the color, the light color against the red. I just don't know if you are able to see the depth. So I'm gonna try a little bit of pink. And I have this nice pink over here. So maybe that will give it more. Well, I'm gonna try on the next one. Let's see what happens on the next one if I add this one instead of the peach color. This over here with this one. Let's play with this. That's the main thing, just playing with the color. That's the important thing. A lot of people get afraid and because I guess we all want more certainty, but for this, I mean, it's just playing it. And if it doesn't look good, I can cover it up, or right now before it dries, I can just delete it, but I'm gonna leave it. I think it's still gonna work. So let's see, this is a more like a pink color, so maybe it's gonna show more. So that way you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm creating the center of the rose. Loading it. And trying to make it a little bit bigger, so not too much because this is very small area, but still maybe opening the petals a little bit. Let's see one more. I think that one shows a little bit more, but I actually like the two colors, so I'm just gonna do more of the pink one because I think it shows more. I didn't think it was gonna show a lot against the red background, but it does show. You can see it right there. Let's see. I'm going to apply more. I'm gonna do another one, maybe a couple of maybe one more here facing towards this direction, and then a couple of the little buds. So I'm just gonna add another one here. It's more white. I think these are the easiest roses to make. They're not complicated at all, and you can just keep on adding more petals as long as you don't make it look too long. But the petals, the flower needs to look like a flower, so the more petals that we add, sometimes it kind of starts losing the shape. But as long as we are careful as far as how many petals we put in there, yeah, something like that. I think that looks okay. I might, I don't know, should I change this one for the pink one? Let me think. I can, it's dry already, so I can change it, so that way it doesn't look so pale. So I'm gonna add more color to my brush. This is double loading, so it has the two colors, and I'm just going to cover this one. Maybe if I make it a little bit bigger, maybe that will look better. And because of the paint that is underneath, it's already there. Once I overlap it like this, it just makes the color a little bit darker. Oh yeah, I think I like it more with the pink. So now I'm gonna add a few of the little ones, or maybe I just start with the greenery, which is just gonna complete the heart. And then, well, let me think. I think it's better if I do the little ones now. Let's see what happens. Just gonna load this brush, and this might be a little bit too big for that, but we'll see. This is a number 9. Let's add some over here, and these are just the little buds, so it can be a couple of them, maybe more pink. And just leave it like that. If I use a smaller brush, I can make the other one a little smaller. And find my other brush. Of course, my brush is not here. Oh, here it is. This one is a smaller, so I just get it wet first, and then reload it. And this one I can apply a lot of the white color with a little bit of the pink, because it's a small brush, so I want the pink to show. Let me see, do I have enough? I think maybe next time I'm gonna paint something a little bit bigger, so that so I'm not using such tiny brushes. It's just simulating the little roses there. Maybe a couple more here, or if I make them facing down. Okay, if I don't like it, I can take it off. Maybe one, just to start. I know they don't show as much because they need more color to actually make them pop. So it's gonna be the green, the one that is gonna help do that. So this is green here, and I'm gonna have 2 greens. This one over here, I don't know if you can see it. The lighting is very tricky. And I'm gonna add a lighter green. Maybe with, I like to play around with colors, so I want to see if this one right here is gonna help the dark green for a little bit of shadow. So I have 3 colors, a very dark green, medium green, and then a olive green, very vibrant green. So I'm using back to the bigger brush. So let's load it with this 2 first. So I'm trying to create the highlight and the shadow at the same time. Let's see if I have enough of the color on the brush. And all I'm gonna do is add leaves. These are the easy leaves. This is called the 1-stroke leaf, but it's a simpler one. And it's just to fill in the spots. And against the red, it's hard to see. I don't know if it would work better without the light. Let me try. If it doesn't, I think that's much better with no light. But if you guys think it's better with the light, let me know and I'll turn it back on. But I think that way it doesn't have so much glare. You can see more of the detail. These paints are shiny, so it reflects the light. Then I'm gonna go back on those leaves and make them a little bit darker. So all I'm gonna be doing right now is just filling in, filling the spots with the greens, making sure I have different size of the leaves, so that way it looks more proportional. I think it's look, see, I think I like it with the more of the dark green. It shows more. Even the green, I can apply a little bit of white, but I'm gonna just keep it like this for now. And I might add some of the blue over here, kind of going in this direction, because I think that will look cute. Let me turn this around. I hope I don't make you dizzy, because I turn my surface a lot. Once the green comes in, it's just like everything comes together. And even if I overlap the little rose a little bit, it's okay, because that makes it look more realistic, like the way flowers grow. A ver, let's see. So I need one more here. The main thing is not to lose the shape of the heart. I think it's looking pretty good so far. And I'm going to, let's see, I can try the white with the light green to give it a different shade of green, so that way not all of them have to be the same color. I'm gonna add a little bit, and oh yeah, mira, that looks really pretty. Just a little bit of white makes such a big difference. So a little bit more here, because we always want to have, a variation on the green colors. Okay, there. And if you notice, I'm trying to make those a little bit smaller. Let me see. I need to put it down and see how it's looking, because it's always good to look at the painting or the design a little bit from a distance, and that way you get a better perspective, or a different perspective, because it's from looking at it from up close, it's gonna give you a different look. Okay, that's looking better now. I can overlap another one here, and even if it goes on top of the flower, it's fine. the more that I add, if you notice, it's gonna open the area so it doesn't look so enclosed. But so far I think it looks cute. I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna go back over here with some of this blue. I think it's gonna make sense if I apply it there. So it's not just on one, or maybe one of the little roses. What do you think? You can give me a feedback because you're looking at it from your own view, and sometimes it helps when you get your opinion there. But I'm gonna add another little rose here. I kind of like turning it a little bit so it makes sense that it's kind of following the shape of the heart. So it's the white with the pink. Just a tiny one. I'm barely touching it because this one I'm trying to make it look a little bit smaller than the other ones. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna add the blue. I can add the blue with the same. I know I'm gonna switch to this brush again because it's a little bit bigger and it will give me about the same size. Okay, just a little bit here. Making sure I follow the direction of the heart, and I don't think I need too much, but just to connect it. And then the dark blue, it has to have all the colors. And I'm using acrylic paint, so the longer it takes me, the faster the paint dries over here on my plate. So acrylic paint allows you to play with it, so it's fun, but it dries. I have the fan on, so it's making it dry faster. Okay, does that look good? Maybe I can add some of the greenery here. So let's clean my brush. And I'm gonna go back to some of these leaves because I think they look too transparent. I want them to look more solid. I think it looks okay so far, but acrylic paints are very transparent also, so 2 coats is a good idea. On some things, not everything has to be covered twice. I pick up too much of that one. I need darker color. So now they show a little bit more. The main thing is we want them to not to blend with the background, so we need to bring them forward. And let's see. Oh, I need to go back to. Okay, so let me see if I can. add more color to this ones. And I don't know if it's a good idea not to have the light on, or I think it's you can see the design better, but you can let me know what works best, because I'm looking at the video and it's kind of challenging to know. So that way they show a little bit more. Let's see. The tricky part about doing it twice like this is you really have to go right on top of the same shape that was created at the beginning, so that way it doesn't show like double line, but it can be done. Alright, let me see, maybe the light, let's see. Okay, so let's I'm gonna clean my brush a little bit, and I'm gonna go back to the same lighter color with a little bit of white, a little fluorine medium, that makes the light green look even brighter, and with the second coat it makes such a big difference. Okay, and this one I did that one, so maybe one more here. I like the light color showing, so maybe another one right here. Okay. And if you notice, I'm making it very small as I go towards the end right here, because I don't want them to be let me see, too big on this part. It gives me a point. Oh yeah, that looks pretty, I think. Maybe puedo volver esta acá. So all I need to do is add some maybe just for a sparkle right here, and also some little dots and the connections for each of the leaves, so that way they show that they're actually connected to the bouquet of roses. I'm just gonna use the darker green, and I'm adding water to my brush, so that way I can dilute the color. I don't want to delete dilute the color, and also make the lines very thin and small. I might need gonna mix a little bit of the red with the green to make it a little darker, like a brownish green color. I just wanted to have more contrast, so I'm using a long liner brush, and the main thing is not to press not to press a lot, because these are tiny little leaves, so you have to control it not to press, otherwise the line will be bigger than the leaf, and we don't want that. So very small, making sure that everything connects, because that little line makes a big difference. Okay, right here. Okay, like that. I think I'm happy with the way it looks. Oh, I missed a couple of leaves there. This little one is just flooring, so I'm just gonna add a couple of the leaves to make it look like it's actually part of the whole thing. So I'm gonna go back to the greens and just start a a couple of little small leaves. I think next time I'll do it. I'm just gonna do it on paper or maybe on a bigger surface. This one is very small, so I have to do very tiny detail that you might have trouble seeing. So I have to keep that in mind. And also I'm gonna add some dots on the blue part right here, just by using any kind of pencil. Right now I have this pencil here with me, so I'm just gonna pick up some of the color white and then add a couple of dots here and there. They might need to be bigger. Just following the shape of the feathers, because those are not leaves, they're just kind of like feathers or pine needles. I guess it could be pine needles. Maybe a couple here. That's how it looks. I think it looks pretty nice. I don't know if I should do anything here or I just need to leave it one color maybe, because more can be done. I can do stripes also, maybe following the same pattern over here, or maybe just black. Maybe the black color will look good, or pink, maybe just the pink color. But that's how this looks. And since I have another one on this one, I can create a different pattern or maybe the same one, but now this one is dry by now, so I can use that one on the next time that I come live, and maybe I can come up with a different design, maybe different flowers, the same shape with a heart. I'm just gonna mark it there, and then I'll do this because the blue against the red and the magenta look pretty. I might do that the same, but the flowers will look different. But I think that looks pretty good the way it is right now. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.